All right, give it up for Parj and AJ, everybody. Give it up for Jason, everybody. I do have to take issue with something Jason said earlier. He said that comics do this because, you know, they're not good looking. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, because I'm handsome. Alright, so I'm exempt. No, on my resume, my skill set, it says actor, stand-up, and handsome men's club. Okay? So, you guys hear about what Starbucks did recently with like the Race Together thing? Okay, so that's good. For those of you who don't know, Starbucks did a thing where they wrote like Race Together on the cups to like start a conversation about race at Starbucks across the country. So that didn't work. Surprising literally no one with a brain. And everyone's like, you know, giving the CEO a pat on the back. They're like, at least, you know, it's good for him for trying. No, that's a dumb idea. When do people go get coffee? In the morning. Have you been to a Starbucks in the morning? It is so crowded in there. There's no time to talk about that shit in there. You can't even have like a complete conversation about it. It would be like a word association game that would go really badly. Hi, can I get some coffee? Yeah, sure. What size? Tall. Okay, milk and sugar? No, black. Like Ferguson? What? No, like that would go... That would go terribly. That would be a terrible... Yeah, great idea. Let's talk about race at a place that primarily serves caffeine. Yeah, good. Hey man, let's go get some coffee. This conversation about a race is just too mellow for me. I just feel like passions aren't high enough. You know what I mean? What a terrible idea. And I mean, it's a bad precedent too, you know what I mean? I mean, because if it starts happening in coffee shops, what's going to happen next? Bars. Yeah, great. Hey guys, let's get some alcohol and talk about race. No, let's not do that. Imagine how that would go. Hey guys, what can I get you? Oh yeah, can we get a shot? Sure. Speaking of shot, young black men get shot. Like, that would be a terrible idea again! Now I know a lot of you are thinking like, Parj, if you're so critical, do you have a good place you can get, you know, talk about race? Yeah, Jamba Juice. Get some juice, bitches! Have you ever met anyone in a bad mood getting juice? No! Coffee will give you jitters, you go to drink alcohol, get in a bar fight. Juice? No one has ever been unhappy drinking juice. You are happy on the way to getting juice, you are happy while drinking juice, and you are happy when you are done drinking juice. It's the best! I mean, if you want to have a conversation with someone about race, juice is the time to do it. You know why? Because they're about to go home and take the best shit of their life. That's the time to have it. Fuck having it when they're drinking juice. Have it when they're done taking a shit. When they're done taking... You ever had a conversation with someone who like took a really good shit? They feel happy. Have you met me when I've taken a good shit? I feel fucking elated. I'm like the happiest man in the world. I have no plans for the rest of the day. I have nothing to prove to the world every day. People are like, Parj, you got any plans today? Today I don't feel like doing anything. That's the best time to talk about it. I'm just saying, with juice, you can get a physical cleanse and a mental cleanse at the same time. What? It's a good idea, guys. Talk about race, get a mental cleanse, doesn't matter. Alright, so... No, but I knew it wouldn't work, you know what I mean? But the other reason I knew that whole Race Together wouldn't work is because, like, how many of you remember having discussions about race in high school or college? Like, your teacher brought it up, right? It was a forced discussion and, like, no one wanted to have it. You'd be reading a book, like, about Martin Luther King or something, you said, let's talk about race. And you know everyone in the class would go, shit. But I've always found Race in America funny because it's so white and black it seems like you guys just forget about the rest of us. But in a way it's a good thing because I get to be like the swing vote in that like thing. Like, Parj, who do you think won that? I don't know. No, but it is. You'd have the teacher bring it up like, today we're going to talk about race. And so magically the class would break down along racial lines. You know, you'd have all the black people on one side of the room, angry and passionate. You'd have all the white people on this side of the room, most of whom are quiet and just want to get the fuck out of there. And then you'd have that small group of white people who like try to participate but would end up saying shit like, how come I can't say the N-word? And you're like, what? That's your contribution? Okay, I've never really understood the whole thing with the N-word, you know what I mean? Like, it's black people's word, let them use it. Who cares who can say it, who can't? You know, I've never cared. But then I started hearing Latinos say it. And when I mean Latinos, I don't mean like half black Latinos, I mean like 100% Latinos. And I was like, okay, you know what? They grew up in the same neighborhood. It's alright, I'm just gonna let that slide, not a big deal. And then I started hearing Indian people and Asian people say it, and I was like, all right, now we gotta calm the fuck down. By the way, I'm gonna take a quick detour on this conversation just to address something real quick about how stupid race in America is. The fact that I just had to refer to Asians as a separate group of people. Okay, America, Indians are Asian. Okay? Stop torturing me. Every time I have to say Indians and Asians, it's like me saying humans and mammals. Alright? It's an unnecessary distinction that doesn't need to be there. Alright? Oh god, it's terrible. That's why Indians and Asians, you think white and black people have a rivalry? Indians and Asians have a rivalry like no other. Who got better grades in high school? Who got the better IT job? Whose mom beat his ass harder because he fucked up and got an A- on a test? You know, that's real shit. But the worst thing that we compete on, is who can act more black around his friends and say the N-word totally unnecessarily in a sentence. I feel really bad, you know what I mean? Like, if there's any black people here, I apologize. You know things are bad when even the N-word is getting gentrified, you know what I mean? I feel like every time someone who's not black says the N-word, a Dwayne Reed opens up and does It's terrible. By the way, when I say N-word, I just want to clear this up, guys. When I say N-word, I mean the one that ends with an A, not with an ER. Like, N-word, gangsta, not ER, like racist. I mean, they're both racist, but like, if you're gonna say it, like us Asians have a really great way of remembering it. It's A, not ER, you know? The grade you want in school, not where you want to end up. It's very simple. But every conversation about race would start with the N-word and then of course go right to rap music. Always, how rap music is terrible and it's ruining America. I got in an argument with this guy and he was like, well yeah, it's all about getting money and fucking bitches. I was like, yeah, so? Isn't that what America's about? Rags to riches, get money, fuck bitches. Get the fuck out of my way before I get you some stitches. I'm hardcore, use software like computer glitches. I'm just saying, it's not that weird. But it's not something, you know, unique to him. It's like a media thing now too. You know what I mean? Like back home, I'm from Atlanta. So back home, and there's a so you would know. So back home, and I'm from like the suburbs of Atlanta, and there's like a rule now that on certain radio stations, you can no longer play rap music. Can no longer play it. And when I say you can't play rap music, you can't even play like a feature on a song. Right? So you guys know the song California Girls by Katy Perry, right? Like, oh, melt your popsicle. Okay, so they had that song come on, and it just ended, and Snoop Dogg's part didn't even come on. And I was like, okay, so what's the problem? And apparently parents complained and said, well, they don't like the lyrics. And I was like, you know, it's censored, right? They're like, no, we just don't like the content. I'm like, okay, so let me understand this correctly. She can sing about melting your popsicle, but he can't rap about it? And I'm like, she can sing about melting your popsicle, he can't rap about how he appreciates it? That's terrible. No, but and I thought these people were hypocrites, and I hated them until I found out my mother is one of these people. And I really had to sit down with her, and I was like, Mom, no, rap music can be good. And I tried to get her to listen to like good rap, you know, some Mos Def and some Nas and some Jay-Z, and no bitches and money, you know, them talking about where they came from, that kind of thing. She hated it. She was like, why does it sound like an auction tape? They're so aggressive. I just don't like the way it sounds. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, Mom, what the fuck else is it gonna sound like? Let's think about how creative expression works. This is rap music. Let's think about where rap music came from. It came from the streets, from like bad neighborhoods where like people were around gangs and cops. It's a masculine environment. That guy's not gonna sing about it, you know what I mean? He's gonna be like, oh my God, I've been shot. What the fuck happened, dog? I was on giving money fucking bitches. All these bitches crawl. Skeet, 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 skeet. You know, what a word. It wouldn't be like a musical, you know what I mean? It would be like, many men wish death upon me. That's a word. You wouldn't expect it to work the other way around, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't expect like a Disney movie to go all hood on you. You know, when Scar kills Mufasa? Now it's clear that I'm here for a real reason. Because he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work. I'm just saying, Drake is the only rapper that sings because he did not actually start from the bottom. Thank you very much, you guys.